Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Misscliks D&D Seaborn. So, you're all back in town. People come wandering over to you going, "What's going on? Maribel, how are you hurt? Did the kobolds get you? Oh my god, kobold attacks again?" And quickly the town starts murmuring about kobolds before you even had a chance to speak up. They are pretty terrified.
It is not kobolds! Since nobody is talking, I'll say it. It's actually a giant spider that was in the caves that we were looking into.
Yeah, so FYI, just don't go wandering into those caves if you value your limbs.
We believe
Also, do not go into battle with comrades who are incompetent and accidentally shoot you. I say, like, completely deadpan. Like it's actual advice.
Okay.
We're thinking of going back tomorrow.
Mayor Trumpet is here as well. And she says, "Well, what about the mine?"
Well, we explored half of it.
There was a lot of danger in the mine, as you can see from poor Maribel here. But we've come back ready to fight another day.
Literally.
We barely made it out with our lives.
I describe the face and bird to her, and I ask her if it sounds like anything she's ever seen or heard of before.
No, nothing that I'm familiar with. Did you see any kobolds in the cave? Do they have a lair there?
It looks like they have left that cave.
Probably because of the spider.
Possibly because they came to the attack and then they've run away. It's hard to speculate.
Well,
If there is something to be retrieved, this most likely is behind the spider.
do you think you can kill the spider?
I have great confidence that our next time with the spider will lead to that spider's death.
I think with proper preparation we could take it down. I noticed it disliked fire quite a lot, so I'm
That's
thinking...
true, so if we can pick up a couple extra torches.
Also,
And
if
maybe
I
we
am
could-
allowed to fight it for more than one round, I believe perhaps we might be able to
Oh my
vanquish it.
gosh, is she ever gonna let that go?
Might
is
you
a
be
fact.
able to supply us with some oil? We could burn that spider right up.
Well,
Grilled spider for breakfast.
I think Magden has some oil for sale in her shop.
Shall we head over there?
Indeed.
Well, the docks, actually.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, are you headed to the docks first, or to the shop first, or what are you doing?
Why would we go to the docks? For the mermaid?
That's
Exactly.
tomorrow morning.
Oh, but they're gonna be there tomorrow, not tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Oh, is it still...
Yeah, it's still that same day.
Oh, I see. Yeah, let's go to the shop then.
Sure. You find Magden sitting in her general store. Her entire family died in the storm. She is the only survivor. This was always her store, but her husband helped out, and her kids used to help out as well. But now it's just her running the whole thing. She is inside, kind of moving things around, fixing up what needs to be fixed up, kind of making the store as good as it can be. She sees you coming in and goes, "Well, if it isn't the town sheriff and his deputies, lovely to see you. What can I do for you?"
Well, we've got a math related question for you. How many liters of oil would you use to deep fry a 6-foot spider?
I would use all of the oil I can find and probably just run away.
We
Burn
do
it,
not
just
in
burn
fact,
it.
We do not in fact need to deep fry it. Simply apply a coating and then set that coating ablaze. A coating may perhaps be less oil than one would need for deep frying.
I just want to make sure this thing's taken care of. You can't use too much oil when taking care of a spider, if you ask me.
I have never taken care of a spider with oil.
Well, then I guess there's going to be a lot of guesswork, isn't there?
Well, I've got some oil flasks over here. These burn pretty bright. I don't know anything about giant spiders, but one of these suckers lit up in flames. Would kill a man, probably.
All right.
How many can I sell you?
Well, how much are you going to charge? Oh, can I use since I am a very oh no, never mind. I'm not never mind. I was gonna try to haggle with her.
Well, normally they're 6 copper each, but we haven't had any resupply come in for quite some time now, and after the storm, a lot of things got damaged, so demand's gone up quite a bit. They're a silver a piece these days.
Are you kidding me? She's a female, right?
Yes.
Are you kidding me, woman? We need this in order to help the town by fending off an incredible threat.
A spider?
You...
The
Yes,
spider attack the town?
it could. And when it does, if it's not
Well,
dead, part of the
I
blood
could
will be
also
on
make
your-
out with you, but I'm not. Is there any real threat to the town of the spider? Is it actually?
This is a strange and
I
pointed
feel
example,
like
shopkeeper.
if somebody needs to make a sacrifice here, this is either this. It's neither this lady nor us. It should
Well, I don't
actually-
think anyone needs to make a sacrifice here. We're in business. I need a favor from you. I pay you for this favor. You need a favor from me. You pay me. We have this money.
Well,
It exchanges
that's the
hands.
thing. The favor is actually for the well-being of the town. So if you ask me, the town should pay for said oil.
I
so
agree.
that-
It should come out of the sheriff's pocket. Sheriff, would you
don't-
like to use the resources you have to assist the town?
You know, that's a good point. I should be asking Mir Donalda for some sheriff money.
You're not getting paid. You're
You
a
know, now that
volunteer
you
sheriff.
mentioned that, that's a pretty good idea.
Well, that's mighty. It's mighty nice of you.
you see, I just love the town so much that I'm helping it out of the
Well, that's
power
great.
of
I'm sure
Don't you think you
your love for
could
the
help
town
out a
will
little
extend
bit
to
as
your
well?
pocket as well.
You have mentioned making out. Do you accept such things as compensation as well?
Oh gosh.
No. Not from you, at
Well,
least.
then why did you use it as an example?
Just to show that, I she kind of shuffles a little bit away from you, a little bit closer towards Bruno. So, Sheriff, I'm sorry, I got to talk to the sheriff deputy. Sheriff, silver piece isn't much. I know you're a man of the people. You're actually fairly well off. I know. You could easily spare silver for some oil. And don't worry, I
very
won't come
well.
asking any personal favors. I will always pay you for your work.
Very well. Algrind, pay the man or pay the woman.
What? No.
Maribel, pay the man. Or pay the woman. Sorry. Pay the woman.
You have asked Algren to do this, and he openly defies you as his deputy. Do you not have discipline for him?
Wow.
Algrind, I'm docking this from your pay.
I'm not getting paid for this. Am I getting paid for this? All right, then take it on my
Someday you will
next
be.
paycheck. Just take it out of the next paycheck you were going to pay me. All right? How's that sound? Sounds fair to me.
I'm
For
paying
now,
her
bro.
as this is happening because I do exactly as he says. So,
And I
How many
hand
silver is it?
Maribel the
One.
the flask.
okay.
While she's paying her,
Mhm.
I try to pickpocket another flask.
What is
my
your
God.
pickpocket percentage?
Let's see. It's 45.
Give me a D100. You want a 45 or lower?
Oh man.
In the case that I fail, I'm ready to kind of pretend that I'm picking it up as another purchase.
Sure. People won't notice a pickpocket attempt unless you fail very badly. They have a 3% chance per their level to detect. So if they're a first level character, you need a 97 or greater to... no, you need a 98, 99, or 100 to fail to the point that they would notice. So it's unlikely for the shopkeeper to catch you. But you got a 14, which is a success. So you, as the money exchanges hands, you quickly slip another oil flask for yourself. All right. Anything else you guys would like to do before you call it a night and wait for the mermen?
Well, as we get out of the shop, I'm gonna say, well, I think either we need some salaries starting now, or we need the town to supply us with everything we need in order to help it. This makes no sense.
That's a really good point, Albert. Let me take it up with the mayor right now.
All right. You go talk to Mayor Trumpet. She is sitting down by the seashore, overseeing children at this point.
So, Mayor, this sheriff work is not only dangerous, it is pretty dangerous. So I couldn't. Oh, not only dangerous, but
And
I couldn't
we-
help but notice that we're not getting the proper equipment for our services, and we still need to exchange money. So we're going to be needing to get a salary for our sheriffing and deputying from here on out.
I've been using all the town's funds to pay the workmen to build things.
It's true. You pay people for their services, and we not only fended off kobolds from the town, saving the food, we also have just given you a pickaxe, of which, by the way, as a merchant, I know the value of, free of charge. I believe that we should also get paid.
Okay, that sounds reasonably fair. We don't really have a budget for sheriff right now, but as soon as we start trading again, I can promise I will set aside a portion of the town's income for the sheriff, and then you can decide how to pay your many deputies. So, how's that sound?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. She gives you a broad smile and goes back to throwing sand at children.
Yeah.
I guess, Bruno, you come back to tell us that.
Yes, I pass along that info. Well,
It's a terrible deal. You're getting stepped on by the mayor. You know how we're gonna do justice for ourselves? Next time we loot something, we're gonna take a cut. That's what's gonna happen.
well, funny you should mention that. I kind of show a flask of oil. I made sure we got our money's worth there.
I grin.
Alright.
Okay. I guess end of the day comes. You all go to sleep and wake up the next morning to deal with the mermen. What spells have you all memorized?
Comprehend languages.
Fantastic. Algrund?
2 cure light wounds,
Mm-hmm.
and can I consult the party?
Yes.
So, should I just take? Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, should I? Oh,
Complete side note while she's looking stuff up. I stopped by the blacksmith and picked up some iron shavings, which are like on the ground. I assume I can just pick those up.
Yeah.
Oats.
can I take the spell light?
Is it on your list of acceptable spells?
I can never find that link, so it's under priest spells in the second edition handbook, which I know is not always.
Yes.
Access.
You do have access to light. I think I sent
Yay.
the thing in your Slack as a private
Oh, I think
message.
you did.
But I do believe you have access to light.
The light is inside us all, Jess.
Thank you. That's very inspiring.
You're welcome. That was a little idea for you right there.
Algrund, if you happen to have some spare moss or fireflies, I don't know how you're casting that light, I could use some as well.
her light spell is the cleric version, which does not require any material components.
I asked that question anyways.
I have no extra moss. I have no moss at all, but sorry.
Darn, I'll have to keep a look at.
Okay.
So 2 cure light wounds and 1 light.
Right?
Okay.
Oh,
Next.
I took the glamour.
Audible glamour. Next day, you wake up and the mermen are down by the beach.
I come back and do the same thing. A little bit less scared. I just kind of held the hand out. I look happy seeing them, kind of.
This time, it's not 2, it is 24.
Oh, wow.
There are a lot of mermen and mermaids out there.
Oh, the ladies.
I kind of fix my beard, my hair a little bit. You know, do the whole lick the fingers, fix the eyebrows.
I look at him as he's doing that, and I'm like, and I kind of like touch my eyebrows. I'm like,
I kind of just like raise my arms as I approach, kind of in a grand gesture, and inwardly I'm like, oh great, an audience, and I'm just pulling out my bongos and starting to play.
Okay. As I said, there are 24 mermen and mermaids before you. The men are all armed. The women are not. They seem to have a clear gender rolled society.
ooh,
They
very
bring.
sexist.
Well, yes. Where's our? The women carry various baskets with them that seem to be woven from some sort of large undersea plantage. And before you stands the same 2 mermen from last time. Jen, take it away.
Yeah, I go up to them and I cast Comprehend Languages. I kind of sign first. I'm like, yeah.
The communication's established that
Yeah.
you can come up and touch them again.
I do it.
Okay. The spell goes off, and when you're done waving your arms
Yeah,
and saying your
yeah.
funny words, the man says, you can understand me again now. Most excellent. We have many questions. These maps you have provided us have been of great help, and we appreciate that. Our women bear baskets with fish in exchange for your gracious maps and what we hope to be your help. We are quite lost here. We would like some territory to be carved out that we may live until we find a way home. And our chieftain has agreed to permit the building of your structure if you can help us find a safe territory and help resupply us with tools. We need knives, spears, tridents, harpoons, nets, ropes, and many other things in that realm.
I like make him wait, and I'm trying to like write. Can I write down things? Wait, no, I don't have paper, right?
You do not have paper.
We don't write anything down at that point?
I have paper and the ability to write. So if you are able to like translate for me,
Yeah.
then I can take notes.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. I'll remember. So knives, harpoons. Okay, I'm like continue. Okay.
In exchange, we can offer further gifts or trades, as you people call them. We prefer to gift things. We can offer you various food from the sea, as well as jewelry that we are quite adept at making. And we know that you surface dwellers are quite fond of the abnormalities found within clams and oysters. I believe you call them pearls. We tend to discard these things after we eat them, so we can gather them for you as well.
I kind of do a sign where I'm saying, like, I'll go talk to my people after this. And I guess I'll try...
What's the I'll go talk to my people after this sign?
Uh,
I do not understand your strange gestures, creature.
I'm doing like a it's all good sign. So...
Are these terms agreeable to you? Excellent.
So I point to, like, them, and I kind of point to the map, and I'm like, we're trying to see where they want to live.
Ah. Well, they don't have the map with them, or it's not, like,
Oh.
displayed in front of them. So, pantomime only. Don't tell me what you're trying to do.
Alright,
Just
alright.
visibly demonstrate to me what
Alright,
you're
then
doing.
I'll go for the easy one, and I'll still point at our ducks, and I'm going, like, where? That's the easy one.
So you point at the docks and shrug? Don't tell me what you're trying to communicate. Just show me what you're trying to
I point at the ducks, and then I point, like, around the seashore, like, here, 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 here.
We are happy to leave this bay if you can show us where a safe haven would be. We do not know what sorts of monsters dwell in this area. Back home, we faced the awful Kuatoa. They were menaces to us all. Are there monsters that live within? Do you have Kuatoa? Or tacos?
Tacos.
I
definitely have
do a
those.
motion of crab.
You have crabs and lobsters. Large. You have giant crabs here? We too had giant crabs where we came from. Quite vicious creatures. Perhaps they came here as well, by the same means that we traveled.
So, I do the motion for tomorrow. So I do the same, like.
The merman nods and they slip away into the waters. Before you are many baskets. They have fish, they have small, normal-sized crabs, they have some lobsters, they have some clams, they've got some squid, they've got some eels. There's just like a lot of seafood.
Nice. So I go to the village and I say, turns out the mermen are quite nice. They want to establish trade with us, and they are willing to move and leave us with our own bay if we can help them find another safe area around the island for them to stay until they can actually leave to go back where they came from.
Near that ship might be a good place for them. That's where there's kind of a bay, yes?
But there's the big crab there.
We only saw one, and they look like they're tough enough to handle the crabs.
Possibly. They didn't seem to like big crabs, but I don't know.
Are
Is
there
there...
any townspeople around?
Do we know
gift?
any good place for them to stay? I
There
asked the
are
village.
a great many townspeople around, and as soon as you ask that, everybody's got an opinion. They should go to the south side of the mountain where the kobolds are. Keep the, make them fight the kobolds for us. That way we
No,
can
we
solve
need to
both
keep
problems.
No, we need to trade with them. We need them to be safe. They're useful. See what they all brought? They brought They brought us a lot of fish and seafood, and they said they can even bring us jewelry and pearls.
Oh, whoa. I kind of stop Albert when he's saying you can bring us. I kind of know what's coming up next. Yes,
you don't.
they can bring us.
The character doesn't know.
That's right. You didn't
Oh,
hear
that's
any of
right.
that conversation.
Yeah, you don't know. So
Never
I said
mind.
Jewelry and pearls. They're useful. They're friendly.
People start discussing this, and one of the fishermen, Brian, actually, says, "Well, I don't know what sort of territory the mermen like to live in, but I know the area around here better than anyone else alive. My pappy used to know it a little better, but he's gone now."
Well, from what I understand, they kind of like having a little crevice to them, and they're looking for somewhere safe, probably with no big dangerous creatures around.
Well, I can take out a rowboat and go explore in the different coastlines. I think I got a few ideas in mind. Why don't you give me a day to check them out?
Yeah, of course. That sounds great.
Marshall, you want to come with me? We can figure this stuff out.
Sure.
Oh, I'm not talking to you, Sheriff. I'm talking to
Marshall.
Marshall over there. My mistake.
Is Marshall a name or a title?
It is a name.
Oh, I see.
So in exchange for if we actually wanted jewelry and pearls from them, they would like some tools to help them out to build their own city. Like knives and harpoons and rope, stuff like that.
Basil, the blacksmith, speaks up, saying, "Well, we're a little short on metals right now. We could actually really use some new metal, like either ore or ingots or something. We're kind of running low on the ability to remake supplies. We're actually just waiting on our last supply before the storm hit, so things are tight. I bet I could start making them some stuff after we resupply ourselves with some copper and tin and lead.
We would need to find this in the mines, correct?
Could be found in the mines. We could trade for it if we can get a ship coming through here.
So we must communicate to them that we must have a dock in order to fulfill their requests.
Makes
They
a lot of
understand
sense.
that. They're willing to move if we find them a safe haven and give them a couple supplies. And
We've almost cleared out a mine. Maybe there's copper in there.
And they will keep bringing us food and good stuff.
All right.
And
let us
wait,
proceed.
here's food for us.
And there was much rejoicing. Okay. It seems all this is squared away. Marshall and Brian are going to go try and find a good spot for the fish, for the mermen to live. The blacksmith is willing to make some supplies to trade with the mermen. He kind of wants to set up, like, if I'm going to make them these tools, then I will trade these tools and then sell these things back to the town. And, like, that's the way that he wants to do it. Like, he'll buy the ore, make the things, sell it to the mermen for their things, then he'll sell, like, it'll work itself out.
Okay.
Are you guys going to head back to the mine today? Asks
I
Mayor
think we
Trumpet.
should.
I am still not feeling very well at the moment.
Of course. So I can heal you before we head to the mines.
That would be quite nice.
How many HP points are you missing?
I feel.
How many? If you were to put a number to your pain, right now, Maribel.
I feel as though if my entire life were 14 units, I would only have 2 of them left in me.
My gosh, that's quite low. You must be feeling. Let me go ahead and
I do feel
perform
quite.
some magic on you and see how that works out. All right. I cast Cure Light Wounds.
Ah, that feels nice.
And now after that, would you say you're at about the halfway point as far
Yes.
as your life goes? I think I've got another spell in me that can help.
Nice.
All right. The flesh
Thank you.
knits over, and Maribel is it's no longer limping, but there's still kind of like a scabbed over, slightly oozing entry wound in your thigh, in the back of your thigh.
Thank you, Algrind,
Of
for
course.
reversing the incompetency of our colleague.
Okay. So, off to mines we go. I'm going to hurry you guys on a little bit because we are closing in on the end of our gameplay today. So you guys hurry off to the mines. Another hour and a half later or so, you make it back there. The mines are pretty much as you left them before. In fact, it looks as if nothing has changed.
Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I light a torch.
Okay.
How do you guys want to proceed with the oil? Should we just spread it somewhere like on the ground and
Yes, we'll do the good old lizard bait, and we'll pour the oil on it, under it, and then we'll throw a torch on it.
Yeah,
And then the
also-
spider will burn.
We could also throw oil at the spider and then a torch at the
Yeah.
spider and ignite the spider.
both seem possible.
We should do both.
Yeah, we have 2 flasks.
Okay. So you enter the left mine shaft again, and eventually come to the site of the previous day's spider battle. You see this sticky greenish fluid on the ground where nearby where the spider was when it was hit with the spear. And also on the ground, you see all these thick spider webs. They're smaller than the big one that was covering the entire shaft, but they're a lot bigger than the ones that your horns were getting caught in, and they layer the ground.
Why do we suppose the creature has done this?
Does this indicate more spiders, perhaps?
Has the spider reproduced? Shall we find spider spawn?
It's possible. I mean, we're in to get the stuff, right? Should
Well,
just-
let us proceed, and I keep charging down the hallway.
Okay.
Well, before we go too far, let's see. Are we at the place where the big spider web burned yet?
Yes,
is it
you
obvious?
are there and slightly beyond.
Okay, I think this is the. Let's see. Is there like anywhere where there's a little bit of a bend in the tunnel so that you can't just see straight ahead?
Yeah, it curves and bends here and there. It looks like they're following a vein of ore.
Okay, we should set this place up. So right around a bend so that it can't just see us when it's coming to pick up the lizards. We can drop the lizards in a pool of oil, and then we can burn it.
Sounds good.
As you say.
I'll take a flask, and then I'll just empty the oil on the ground, and I put...
You should put the lizard in front of the oil so that we burn behind her so that she can't retreat.
Okay, yeah. I'll put the 3 lizards like on the far side of the oil. So that the spider has to cross the oil in order to
So
get to the
on
lizards.
the close side of the oil relative
Yes.
to you.
That's right.
Cool. Okay, so you have dumped a flask of oil onto the floor. You have dropped some lizards there, and what do you guys do now?
And we wait until... And then,
Where do you wait?
Maribel, you get the honors. Like around the corner?
Okay. So you all back up, torch in hand, waiting. And
I have
waiting.
my spear out, too.
How long are you guys going to spend waiting?
30 minutes? Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, torches will last 10 minutes, and it takes like 5 minutes to get this deep in. So you've got 5 minutes left on this torch. I don't know how many extra torches you have, but you can just cycle through them as you please. Just remember to mark off torches as you use them.
How many do I have? I guess I still have one then. Because we used one in the mine before.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 4.
I should have bought more.
All right. So yes.
Also keep in mind I have my light spell, which supposedly lasts an hour. Is that correct, Neil?
Yeah, an hour plus 10 minutes per level.
Cool. So does that count for, since I'm level 1, will it last an hour and 10 minutes?
Yes.
Or okay.
Then I don't light my torch and I let her provide the light. If that's what
Fantastic.
Yeah, I can. I was going to save my light spell because Jen had an awesome idea of potentially using it to blind the spider if we need to. Is it bright enough that, like, if I cast it right in front of the spider's eyes, that he'll become, like, blinded and disoriented?
You can cast it directly in the spider's eyes.
Yes. So you can illuminate. You can have an object glow, or you can just have the air around you glow. But if you try and target someone's eyes and make them glow, then it's basically like blinding white light in front of their eyes, and they'll be blinded, and their eyes will like shine out like light bulbs or like a headlamps on a car. It's kind of a creepy effect.
And then not only will we see, but the spider won't.
Yes, exactly.
Alright, then I do light the torch.
Spider lamp.
The torch is lit. 5 minutes pass. Torch burns out. Another torch has to get lit. Someone mark down a torch. And
So I have no more torches.
then someone supply a torch.
I'll hand you 2 torches.
Okay. Another 5 minutes pass. It's getting a little. It's been 10 minutes. The spider
it's
came
not
pretty quickly
coming.
last time. You're not really sure. Just as you begin to lose confidence in your decision here, you see at the very edges, or not at the very, just around the corner, you see one of these spider legs reach and start to pull itself past the corner. You can see off in the shadowy part of the cave. Well, I guess it's not that shadow. Like just beyond the corner that you guys are hiding behind, you can see the spider looming.
And it's not coming forward to get the lizard?
The lizard's around the corner. Remember, you guys backed up around a corner.
Okay. I whisper, do you want to ignite your fire trap?
When it's over it. Wait.
I thought you guys laid the oil and the spider and then backed up around a corner. Isn't that what you said, Bruno?
Yeah,
You
I
wanted
mean, if it's on the oil, let us know. So it has to like step on the oil to get to the lizards.
I guess, hold on. Let's go take a look at...
Yeah, because I
Different
thought we
map.
could see the place where the oil was, and that was the whole point.
Yeah, I got a little bit
'Cause
unsure of
otherwise,
what you
what's the
guys
point of the
meant.
trap?
I wasn't sure, but I didn't want to
Let's
tell you
try.
If
guys
it's
how...
possible to get all of the following, which is like the oil is basically we want to be able to see the oil
Mhm.
while the spider can't see us.
Oh no, you removed
So
it.
we're
But
around
if the...
Wait, I'll dry it. Okay.
If
So-
if you can see the oil, but the spider can't see you, but the spider has to be on top of the oil, then couldn't the spider see you? Like, there's no way to see the spider without the spider being able to see you.
We'd be like around a bend in the tunnel, and like our heads would poke out.
Okay.
Like the
So
oil
we've
would have
got-
to be like here, no?
We've got this curve in the tunnel. I'm gonna erase
yeah, that's
your
perfect.
stuff, Jen.
Sorry.
And the oil, which we will use this nice yellow color for, was laid like this, with a lizard, which is going to be this green blob, right here.
So we're standing like here and just like poking our heads out, but kind of hiding behind, right? So we can see line of sight to the oil.
Okay, so
Yep,
you guys want to
and-
be like looking like this. Like-
Exactly. Positioning wise, it would be even better if the lizard were like here instead, so that the spider would like have to be in an obvious spot. But you get the idea.
Yeah. Okay. So you put the lizard there. So you're hanging out here, looking towards the oil, and you see the spider like creeping. Oh god, this is stuck like that. Creeping around here, like trying to peer out, and then as it like comes into the light, it recoils and backs away.
Need
So
to
where
get
is it
further
now?
away.
It is somewhere back here, kind of
okay.
beyond your sight. It went as far as like get the light on it, and then it backed off.
You need to back
I
off with the light.
yeah, I back up with the light, and I can still see pretty far because I have extra infravision. So, but I take the light back further. Yeah.
Okay. The light falls away a little bit. Another 3 minutes pass, and the spider creeps forward again. Your torch is sputtering. It is 1 minute from being extinguished, just so you know.
Okay.
Can I, how far away from the spider am I? Because I guess my light has a cast range of 120 yards, so am I close enough to just go ahead and...
Yeah, you're much closer than 120 yards.
Okay, well then I would like to go ahead and cast light right, and illuminate the spider's eyes.
Okay. You cast light at the spider just as you see it coming around the corner. You are a dwarf, you have great infravision, you can even see the light reflected in the spider's eyes. It makes a saving throw to avoid the effects and fails. All of a sudden, the spider has shafts of light shining out from each of its hundreds of eyes. And there's
Spider
little
light.
little moonbeams flying everywhere.
Cool.
And
that
at
sounds
this
awesome.
point, y'all need to roll initiative.
All right, blind spider.
Ooh, I'm going last, just the way I like it.
Fast Albert strikes again.
Spider goes first. It gives a weird hissing shriek and backpedals down the corridor.
Facing us or back to us?
Well, it starts facing you, backing away, but then it goes around the corner and you can't see it anymore. Next up is Dark Albert.
I'm gonna start following it, and I'm gonna try to shoot at it.
Okay. You race around the corner, and just beyond the oil, your foot steps into this thick web on the ground and gets caught immediately. Give me a dex check to avoid getting your other foot stuck in it.
Oh my god, the only thing I couldn't roll, GG.
Give me a saving throw versus death to make sure you don't trip and fall into the entire spider web and get caught.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Albert, you get one foot in it. Your other foot comes up, and they just get tangled in the web, and you face plant. Your entire body is stuck in the spider web.
Oh no.
That was great.
Bruno. No, I'm sorry. Maribel Tire.
As soon as the spider started backpedaling, I also charged forward trying to chase it. Can I still see it since I can see farther?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's shining light down at the end of the tunnel. You actually see well beyond, like another 50 feet or so, the tunnel gets much, much smaller. All of a sudden it drops down to like a 3.5 foot height, and there's light pouring in from the side as if there's like a chamber or another tunnel leading to the left that the spider is in, and it's shining its light out towards this main area. So I guess...
So I can't see the spider.
You can't see the spider, but you can see light coming out this way.
I take some of the oil and I rub it on like my feet and legs and tentatively test to see if I can step on the spider web without getting stuck.
Ooh, very clever.
Oh.
I am a clever warrior.
Yeah. You coat your feet and legs with the oil that was on the ground. It's going to take a full round to like get the oil up on you and get you nice and soaked through.
Okay.
But you notice that definitely prevents you from getting stuck to the web. However, I do note you have to test this while Dark Albert is like stuck to the web and you're like stepping around him.
I like completely ignore him while I'm doing this.
Nice. Bruno.
My, how clever, I comment, as I also do the same.
I grunt a thank you.
Okay. Leading us with Algrund. Actually, there's not enough oil for both of you to coat. It takes like a full flask to coat Maribel's legs. It would take the other flask to coat Bruno's legs.
Oh, okay.
I warn everyone to remember that we were planning on setting the oil on fire, so not to set oil on fire while we're standing in it.
Yes.
Or to set their own feet on fire.
Yes.
Is the web covering the entire area?
It looks like the floor is webbed all the way to the back of this hallway.
Mm.
Huh. Well...
Oh yeah, and Kennel 1 in chat. Yes, my hooves. You're correct, not feet. I'm sorry. I was picturing hooves when I said that. It's those human influences, you know.
I'll start helping Dark Albert out then.
Oh, nice.
Use a dagger to cut the webs around.
Okay, let's
My
take
torch should have gone out by this point, right?
Yes, your torch burns out this round.
So there's no more fire.
There is no more light, but what is coming from... No more fire and no more light, but what is coming from the spider's eyes.
Right.
Let's see...
So we don't even have a way to catch the oil on fire?
Right
nope.
now. We have a flint and steel.
Oh.
I just don't want to, you know,
Okay.
do that at the moment.
Give me a... you're using a dagger to cut the webs away?
Yeah.
dagger gets stuck.
Can't we rub oil on her?
You could use your last flask and cover him in oil. It probably won't be enough to completely rid him because you used a flask just for your legs, and Albert's a bigger, like a more
Because
surface
I
area.
said I picked it up off the floor where we had poured it, but we had to use flasks instead.
No, you like the equivalent of all the all the oil you could
gotcha.
gather off the ground. Yeah. The cutting of the webs is working okay, but your dagger keeps getting stuck to the web, and it's hard to like scrape it off onto stone. It's a very slow process. You have a feeling it'll take you a while to cut him free.
Even with rubbing the oil on him, can't we get him free with
Well, the oil you might be able to do it faster, but then you'd have to start pouring oil out of the existing flask, which you can absolutely do if you'd like, but it's a resource.
There's no rush. For me.
All right, then I think I should go after the spider.
Okay.
Shouldn't we more methodically first get Albert out and then go after it together?
All right.
Well, we'll all just get stuck on the webs, won't we? Because anywhere we go,
We're all
We'll
oiled
just
up.
burn the webs.
We're already oiled up. We're good.
all of us are. I thought
Just Maribel.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were too.
No, you.
No, there wasn't enough oil.
So what's the plan? What are you guys doing? Poa, what are we doing?
Let's get Albert out and then we'll burn the webs.
Okay.
Okay.
Without burning Maribel's feet, normally.
It takes another 10 minutes to get Albert unstuck from the web, but eventually you get him out. Albert, you've been face down on spider webs this entire time. How do you feel?
Shitty. I feel like I have embraced my inner spider. I'm ready to take it on.
Alright. Now that Albert is out, there's still like webs stuck to you. Your hair is like stuck in this position. You feel like you kind of just need to take a very, very long bath.
With the mermaids.
Maybe. What do you guys do?
Now we follow.
Well, there are webs in the way, so first we must burn the webs.
Alright, so we light a torch.
No, don't. No. No. I am covered in oil, and so is Albert.
Well, of course, first you will leave the area and then we will burn the webs.
So you got oiled up for nothing.
So there's a floor covered in oil, and I am covered in oil, and Albert is covered in oil.
Just like the previous web, the fires go out.
Or do they?
I am going to make a willpower check. What is my... Oh, 8. I'm like, absolutely, great plan. And I walk away down the path away from, like, back from whence we came.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I don't mention to Albert that he should probably leave too.
Oh, I do leave too. Don't worry about it.
Make sure everyone's in a safe place. I light my torch and then I toss it into the web.
The webs ignite. Also, the oil that was on the ground, there's a little bit of evaporation involved. It's a petroleum-based product. Actually, it's probably whale oil. Anyway, there's some gaseous oil in the air, and it kind of there's a big burst of fire before you. Bruno, give me a saving throw versus breath weapon to avoid taking 1 point of fire damage as it kind of blows up in your face.
It would have been so good on the spider.
Okay.
That's probably a fail there. You take 1 point of damage as the kind of like aerosolized oil ignites in your face. But quickly the webs
Like,
before
no
you,
eyebrows now.
the webs in front of you burn away in a giant like path of fire. And within a few seconds, they're all gone.
Alright. Let's go.
I feel like we've advanced some science today.
Yes.
All right.
I rejoin you tentatively.
Careful with the oil.
I make absolutely sure there are no like embers, anything left before I proceed.
It looks pretty clear. You see no signs of light from anything in that area.
I am skeptical of Neil.
Give me a
Neil-averse.
perception check.
There's still a light coming from one of the sides, right?
Yes, I've redrawn it. 20. You do not detect any fire before you at all. You are confident of your decision.
I feel confident, like I'm positive.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I don't see any fire anywhere. Looks good. Looks good.
I say, Sheriff, proceed. Albert, go ahead and follow him.
No, you should go first.
Why?
Last time I fell into the webs.
Sure, not a problem. I start walking towards the light. Based off of how bright the light is, I should probably be able to tell if the spider is close to that side, yes?
Sure. The spider seems to be... I mean, the light is... Yeah. It looks like the spider is maybe 10 to 20 feet beyond where the light is coming from.
Okay, I have my bow drawn and I'm walking towards that area.
Okay.
Carefully.
So to the left at this point is a larger cavern, like a little cave, opening, what do you call it? A chamber, that's the word. And before you, if you were to continue on the path, all of a sudden the path, the tunnel drops in height and becomes like a 4-foot or like 3.5-foot tunnel. It looks like only Algrund could fit in it. Maybe Albert and Bruno could crawl through it, but Maribel definitely can't fit inside.
Aww.
Anyway, but to the left is the more interesting thing for the time being. It is a large chamber that has a huge spider in it. The spider is backed up into the corner, like the top left corner of the chamber, in its web. You notice around it are just spider webs covering all over, except for the section where you see a knocked over pile of rocks and a terrifying face painted on the wall. On the ground is a bunch of loose straw and leaves and a few ripped open burlap sacks. You quickly get the impression that this used to be some sort of sleeping chamber for some sort of creature, but now the spider has made its home here. Also in the back, beside the spider, you see a very large cocoon or spider egg. You're not sure.
So is the spider still, obviously, like, it's still producing light because of my spell? Is it still also blinded, or has it, like, gotten over that?
You can only tell that it is emanating light from its eyes, but,
Okay.
you know, if it's emanating light from its eyes, it's a good guess that it can't see.
Okay.
Okay, we wouldn't want to burn these webs because there might be something inside the cocoon or eggs. So I'm just going to shoot it. Do I have a clear shot?
Yes.
What if it's a person?
Then we definitely don't want to burn the webs.
What if it's a
Still
nest of more
have the same
spiders?
outcome.
Albert, are you ready? Let us shoot it together.
Yes.
I back up.
Okay, you back up to just in front of Albert.
Oh, Albert was in front of me.
I'm joking, I'm
walk in
joking,
front
I'm
of
joking.
Albert anymore.
Joking.
Alright,
Right,
so
we
I
shoot.
guess... Yeah, you shoot first.
16 is a hit. Roll me a damage roll. 3 points of damage. Are you also shooting Albert?
Yeah, I tried to be from another angle, though, if we can not be right
I
next
mean,
to-
there's one entrance.
Oh.
Like, I mean, kind of in a mine. There's not a lot of angles to make here. Give me a roll to hit, Albert.
Is it facing us, or is
It is, but it is blind, so it gets a penalty to its armor class, so that is a hit, even though it shouldn't be. Congratulations.
Ah,
Nice. Your 2 arrows strike the spider, and it gives kind of a... as it twitches and then goes limp, hanging in the webs.
Here we go.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Now let's kill its babies.
Well, should we go investigate the cocoon,
Yeah, of course.
like, cautiously?
Okay, well, there's still a ton of webs, and the cocoon is, like, back in and amongst them.
Oh.
However, the right side of the cave is free and clear. There's the knocked over pile of rocks and the scary face on the wall.
What about the burlap sacks and stuff?
They are ripped open and just kind of scattered around on the floor. They might have been used as blankets, or they might have been used to bring supplies and got damaged. Who knows what they're for?
So they're
Also,
no good anymore?
no. I mean, I guess you could stitch them together. Now that you have a little bit more free time, again, the spider's eyes are still illuminating everything. The floor is littered with the desiccated bodies of kobolds. You also spot a steel dagger, a bronze dagger, 2 stone spears, and there seem to be a few bags as well. A couple of these burlap bags that are not ripped open. They're stacked near the near the stones that were stacked up.
Collect
so
all
the-
of this.
The steel and bronze daggers are underneath spider webs. It would be difficult to get to them without being lubed up or fire or web removed.
Oh, well, Maribel. It's your time to shine.
The entire cavern is covered in spiderwebs except that place of the rocks and the paintings.
It's like
alright?
half the chamber. The left half of the chamber has spider webs, the right half does not. And there's a clear divide where the right half has the little stone altar in the face and the left half has the webs.
The divide is exactly at this altar.
The divide is maybe 5 feet away from the altar.
Well, I look at it and kind of wonder why that could be, if there's any obvious things like on the ground near it.
No.
Interesting. Go get the things, Maribel.
I begrudgingly look at Albert and then I go get the things.
Okay. You gather things up. It's kind of difficult. You have to end up scraping them away with your feet because your feet are the are the oiled side, so those can go through the webs pretty easily.
Okay.
But eventually you get the daggers out. Someone add steel dagger and bronze dagger to your character sheet.
Excuse me. I can do it.
Cool.
Steel dagger and bronze dagger.
There are
How much do they
also
weigh?
3 bags that have been unexplored near the stacked rocks.
I grab those too.
They are heavy. They are very heavy. They're about 50 pounds each.
Good thing I'm buff.
Yep.
If I have to, I take them one at a time.
Okay.
And, like bring them over to the party.
What if they have ore in it?
As you look inside, it does seem to have raw ore. You'd need to
Yeah.
melt the slag out, but you can do it. You guys can take these bags back, but it'll take basically all 4 of you are going to have to share the weight of the bags.
Okay.
And yeah, that seems to be everything in this chamber.
We should really kill the spider eggs, honestly. I don't think it's a... If we want to keep mining this area, we should just clear up the... everything. I bet the kobolds are still scared, so they probably won't come back.
You're right, we really should. You handle that, and I'm going to figure out the magic which is around this altar here.
You still don't have detect magic, do you?
What do you mean? I learned it overnight.
Prove it.
I'm going to start my incantation of what I understand of detect magic.
Okay.
I'll look at the altar area.
You do not have the detect magic spell, so you can make up any results you like.
Why, yes, I do. I do sense some hints of magic here. It's what's keeping the webs away.
I don't think there's magic.
Really?
I completely believe him.
Well,
I-
until you've proven me that you can do any magic, I will continue to believe you can't.
Oh yeah? Well then, here, and I cast something. Here, let me message you.
I know what you're casting.
Let's
And
see.
what happens? Would you describe the effects of this casting?
I'll let you describe it.
Oh, Wonderful. Albert, from behind you, you hear a shrieking and hissing of a giant spider.
Hmm.
Do you
I
turn to look?
behind me.
There's
Yeah,
no
of course.
spider at all. The sound continues.
We should really kill those spider eggs. I feel like they're gonna start living soon.
I raise my eyebrow. I was hoping to get a better reaction from you than that, Albert.
I guess you learned something after all. Well done.
Thank you. Anyways, like I was saying, there's some kind of magic that's keeping the webs from spreading here. There must be some way that the kobolds are able to cast magic as well.
Maybe it's a ritual. Probably, maybe we should start doing those little altars too.
Maybe.
Okay.
I clear my
Let's
throat.
kill the spider eggs
How do you kill the spider eggs?
with fire.
Okay.
I back up again.
Someone
Yeah.
lights a torch, throws it on the spider, on the webs, and the spider and its cocoon go up in flames. There's a sizzling and then a bunch of little popping sounds as if someone's making
Aw.
popcorn.
Satisfying sound of death.
The spider corpse itself burns, and the eyes eventually are destroyed and plunge you into darkness once more. So mark off another torch gone, and then someone can light another for...
I have no
Yes.
more.
Did you just throw our last torch?
No, I had no torches. You said you had 4. Oh no, you handed me 2, so I do have 1, so I light it.
Make sure you mark
Okay.
the number of torches you have on your character sheet, everybody,
Yeah, I still
and
have
update
2.
those numbers. So you're back in the light. There is
Yeah.
still this 3.5-foot tunnel that keeps extending.
Yeah.
It looks like Algrund could fit through it.
Yeah, I wrote it down. Algren, you should really go check that out.
I would love to. Would we be able to take a rest first, just because I am out of spells and I'd rather not go in.
Just a
damage,
little
'cause you never
look-see.
know.
Remember last time what we found? It was great.
We're running low on light, and I have no spells.
Let's take a quick look in these sacks. We haven't opened them, right?
They are filled with copper ore.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
good.
But then we're gonna have to come back here just to check this little opening just in case.
Right, there's probably nothing in there. Let's just check.
Algrund, what do you want to do?
How dark is it in there?
I mean, it's as dark as the rest of the cave. If you have a torch, it's
take
not
the
dark at
torch.
all.
Well, then I will take the torch, and I will take a quick peek in.
I'll be
Okay.
right behind you.
It's a long, straight, poorly dug tunnel. It definitely looks inhuman, but also looks non-natural. So something has clearly carved this tunnel. Judging by the height, you guess kobolds.
Probably for the R.
And you go in, and after like 100 feet, it's still just this narrow, straight tunnel that keeps going. What do you want to do, Algrund? How far do you want to explore this?
I don't want to keep going because my torch is going to run out, and then I'm just going to be stuck in the dark in this tunnel. So I'm just going to turn around and back out.
Alright, then let's come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets there, I immediately start charging out of the cave so that we can get out before the torch dies.
1 sec.
Well, we have to drag these heavy ores,
Right.
so we'll charge as much as that allows.
Okay. Actually, Algrund, can you make me a perception check at the
Yes.
for a moment?
See what my perception is.
Ooh. Okay, so as you're about to turn around, you turn and give one last glance over your shoulder, and you think you notice off in the distance there is a spot of light, a small, tiny spot of light shining towards you. You can make use of that information as you please.
All right. Hey, Albert, hold up. I actually I don't know if you can see this far, but there's a light at the end of this tunnel. Literally speaking.
This sounds so dramatic.
I know.
Maybe it's just to cross the mountain? I don't know. I kind of want to go check, but if you really want to go back, we can go back. I don't want to put your life at risk here.
If you're coming with me, then
I'm following you.
You're gonna have to crawl, Albert.
I am
Alright.
crawling.
Okay.
Like, I'm following you till the end, bro.
Okay, I give that group my torch. I guess I'll follow behind as well.
Okay,
Where the
Maribel,
fuck
you're
are you
gonna have to
from?
stay behind and wait
Okay. I'm
in the
holding
darkness.
torch.
Okay, so Maribel holds one torch. Albert.
Oh no, I
No.
give them the one lit torch. Sorry.
Okay. So you
I
guys
understand.
crawl back in. It is difficult to go through this, and those of you that are crawling, it's painful on your knees. You're going to end up with nasty bruises and scrapes. No damage, but just know that you're suffering.
and I'm just walking along.
Oh yeah, you're totally fine. You're-
Nice.
This tunnel actually continues for about a mile. It takes you quite a while to get through. It's a long tunnel, but there is no exits or no changes. It's just straight. It goes seemingly all the way through the mountain. On the other side is this wicker cap that's been woven together with branches and placed against the entrance to the tunnel. It could easily be pushed aside, and beyond that is a very large bush. You guys think you can smell smoke on the air as well.
Let's just peek and go back.
Is the light coming from like?
Yeah, like
behind
this.
this cap?
I'm sorry. This this wicker thing leads to the outside. I forgot to mention that.
Okay. Yeah. Can I just kind of push it aside and kind of peek out?
Sure. You peek out and you can hear the sounds of loud chanting. You're on the side of a mountain. There's a bush here and there seems to be a trail that leads down. But you also have a view into this forested area below you. And there is a horrific sight down below. You see, looking through the bush, you see a horrific sight. A kobold has been tied to a small tree around which has been placed a large pile of sticks, branches, and tinder. Around this pile dance a small army of kobolds. They move in a circular pattern, chanting and singing. As you look on in fascination, a kobold wearing some sort of poorly carved but wicked-looking mask walks through the crowd holding a torch. It proceeds to light the fire at the base of the small tree as the chanting grows louder and louder. The kobold tied to the tree, begins to cry out, but whatever it might be saying is lost in the sea of other kobold chants. Behind the mass of dancers are two more charred trees still smoking, or kind of not still smoking anymore, actually, that look like they've been recently burned. You have a feeling that there used to be two more kobolds strapped to them. When the flames begin to lick at the heels of the tied-up kobold, the shaman, the guy with the big scary mask, still standing way too close to the fire, waves his hand in the air, and from a basket in front of him rise two cobras, kind of dancing and weaving. The shaman takes one cobra in each hand, kisses them, and then throws them onto the flames, while the other kobolds chant and sing and dance in circles.
I'm not seeing any of this, right?
Nope, totally oblivious.
Okay.
You've been waiting for like half an hour while your friends are gone. Not half an hour, but like 10 minutes. They crawled into a hole and they never came back.
So how many kobolds are there in total?
A small army. I guess you could take the time to count them. There's at least 150.
Is that too many for us to? Because I mean, they're tiny. I just feel like I could go in swinging my battle axe left and right. And
Let's just
kinda-
not take them on right now. I feel like
Okay.
something for another
It's
day.
time to crawl the other way.
All right.
You guys crawl back through the tunnel.
Make
meet
sure
up.
to replace the wicker basket thing.
Yeah, let's
Good
put it
call.
all the way it was.
You crawl back, meet up with Maribel, and because
That
Yes?
wicker basket thingy, does that look man-made / kobold-made?
Yeah, it's definitely intentionally woven branches together to form kind of like an entrance blocker.
Oh, it's like a purposeful entrance, so it looks
Yeah.
like an entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
As if it's trying to like keep something in or keep something out from this tunnel.
We should
Okay.
try to block this entrance.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we take over the mine, that would make sense. Then again,
let's
it's
see.
a surprise attack path against them, possibly.
Oh, yeah, they aren't coming in this way anyway, so maybe we should block this.
Yeah, they're probably scared. I bet they don't come here anymore.
Right.
But we could put a temporary rock on our side, maybe. You know, at the end where it meets with the main cave?
Yeah,
Put
well,
a blocker.
let's roll rock here. It can't hurt.
Yeah. Can we block the entrance, Neil?
You don't have any large rocks.
What about the spider corpse?
We have a bunch of copper ore. Oh, we didn't bring it
Oh,
with
no,
us.
You've
we
got, I
won't.
mean, it's right here. You have 3 bags of copper ore, but if they
Oh.
dug this tunnel, you have a feeling that anything you put in front of it, they could dig out. I mean, they did
Well, I would
mine
say-
through a mountain.
They might be scared if we put the, if we just stuff the spider corpse through it, so that'll
Why
be-
don't we just do nothing? Leave it alone.
Yeah,
for
let's
now,
leave it
and then
alone.
we can
Let's
come back
leave it
another day. We can use the same
Yeah,
tunnel.
yeah, I agree.
Sneak up on them.
Let's do nothing. Let's just leave with all the good stuff we found. We looked through carefully, right, Neil?
Yeah. Okay.
we
So you
got-
guys can exit the mines, and are you
I'm
doing
just
anything
sitting-
here?
So we got steel dagger, bronze dagger, 2 stone spears, and 3 bags with raw.
Did
ore.
anyone take the stone spears?
I'm,
They're like crappy kobold spears.
I didn't take them. I just took the.
I'm
daggers.
taking them because I want them for the
Okay.
mermaid.
Who has the bronze and steel daggers marked on their character sheet?
I do.
Anna.
Okay, cool.
When they come back, I'm just kind of sitting on the floor, staring into nothing. And they come back, I'm like, oh. And I get up.
Cool. We're way over time, so I'm just going to hurry this last bit up. You head back to town. It's pretty uneventful on the way back. Please mark off 5 more torches for the amount of light that you had, torches that you burned getting to and from places. So someone please mark off torches.
I
who's
had none. It was.
Okay.
I had none.
Knocked off my one.
Albert,
Or
did
my
you have
two.
any torches left?
Yep, 2.
Okay, so you guys are out of torches at this point.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We need-
And you get back to town. You
Hooray.
report on all of the happenings.
I'm not sure how much we want to tell. I think we should tell them about the ore because we're gonna need to clean that up.
Right, that we have some
Really?
ore for sale.
Yeah, I guess so. And
Didn't we want to ingratiate ourselves with the town? Aren't we supposed to be making them think we're their gracious?
Drew a line in the sand when they charged us 1 silver for oil.
But that
I
was
mean-
just one of the townspeople. That wasn't like the government of
well,
the
the
town.
government should have paid for
The
that.
government
You-
told us to buy the oil.
You are the government.
Yeah, I think that we wanted to be the rulers, you know. So if we want to be the rulers,
Well, I mean, as a ruler, I feel like we should probably give at least the stone spears and possibly either the steel or the bronze dagger to the merman.
agreed. I don't think they get to tell us what to do with it, but excuse me, I don't know if we sell the ore to them or if we just, make it part of the
Yeah, I don't know about the
because the
ore.
blacksmith is supposed to. Anyway, maybe we can talk this out next time because we are really over
Yeah,
time, so we can think about it next time.
yeah.
Okay. Good job today, guys. Not only did you communicate with the mermen and form, I wouldn't quite call it an alliance, but
I
form
understand.
some sort of
Agreement.
relationship, an agreement with them. You also cleared out the mines, killed the spider, found a bronze and steel dagger, came across this weird kobold ritual, found a couple of shrines to them, to whatever thing it is that they are worshipping, seemingly. All in all, you get each person gets 1,575 experience.
Wait.
575.
Ooh.
That's a
Can I
lot.
take that 1,000.
575.
Okay, and I split that by 2.
Yes.
So 87.5.
I think at this point, Algrind and
Oh,
Maribel
I'm
should.
leveling up partially.
Your rogue goes
we
up.
have 3,005. So yeah, I level.
Nice.
Yay!
I definitely level because I was at 1430 total, and I level up at 1500.
There you go.
How much experience now is it to my next level?
3,000 total.
Okay.
What are you at?
So now I'm at 3005.
All right, so you hit level 3. Algorand,
Yeah.
roll me 2d8 for HP.
Okay. 2d8s.
2d8s. Yeah. Ten more HP for you.
Woo!
Max goes up by 10. You get a +1 to hit with all of your weapons and everything.
10 more HP? That's like a lot.
Well, she gained
That is
2
a
levels. It's
Ah,
pretty
yes.
good.
Is my next level up now at 4500
Six.
XP?
No, 6,000.
Oh, 6000. Oh, I see how you did that.
I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. They don't always follow a linear path. They're a little bit funky. You also get access to second level spells and new spells, but I'll send you all that information a little bit later.
Awesome.
So we don't have to deal with it now. Maribel, you leveled up once, so give me a D10 plus whatever your HP con mod is. Your con HP mod.
4. Yeah, +4. Okay, so you said a D what? Sorry.
D10 plus 4.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. Okay.
8 more HP. Fantastic. You also get a +1 to hit with both weapons, or with your weapons, Maribel.
Hold on. So when I add the 8 to my HP, do I get health at all, or because I'm at 11 right now?
If
does
you're
it heal?
11 out of 14 is time. Your new maximum is what, 22?
22. Yeah.
You are now at 17 out of 22 HP.
Okay. Cool. And then
Oh,
you said I get a +1 to hit with all weapons.
Yes.
So I add a +1 to hit even to my halberd, so it's now +2.
Yes. You can just update your whatever. Yeah. You have +2 to hit with your halberd. That's fine.
Okay.
That's good.
So
I level up too, by the way.
Okay, we'll get to you in just a moment. What were you saying, Algrund? You
sorry, I had 2 out of 3 HP total at the time because I had taken a damage. So now am I at 2 out of 13 or am I at 12 out of 13?
You're at 66%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
at 8 out of 13.
Thank you.
And then what's my next level?
4,000.
Okay.
Albert, your thief levels up, so give me a d6 divided by 2 for HP.
I guess we'll just count divided by 2, right?
Yeah.
4.
So you get 2 more HP.
Okay, so now I'm at 4 HP.
You also get 30 more skill points to put into your thief abilities.
Okay.
No more
I'll
than
do that for next episode. Yeah.
and I think that's it.
When it says the experience levels are 2 1250 and then 3 2500, does that mean you need 2500 to go from 2 to 3?
Yes.
Or you need
no, you need 2,500 to be 3. So
Okay,
I think
that means
you level
I
as
level
well.
up too.
Fantastic. Give me a d6 for HP.
I have one more question.
Sure.
So does it double up the 1250?
Ah,
for the
another
next
4.
level?
Yes. 4 more HP for Bruno. And as a bard, you can now cast 2 first level spells per day.
Like I did today.
Yes, like you did today. And you also get another 15 points to divide into your thief skills, your bard skills, climb walls, detect noise, pickpockets, read languages. Another 15 points to put into those. And now that you're level 3, you get a +1 to hit with all weapons.
Ooh.
Cool. And I think that is it. Very productive session today, guys. Well done.
Yay!
Yes, it is well done. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is fun. I like this kind of like episodic questing. Lets us move forward and gain experience quickly. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do shout outs. Let's start with Neil.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm your friendly, sometimes friendly DM. I'm going to be playing through StarCraft Legacy of the Void campaign right after this on twitch.tv/Koibu, and a week from now, I will be 4.5 hours into my 144-hour marathon stream. So if you want to stick around for that next week, go ahead. It's going to be pretty sweet and pretty epic and fantastic.
And it's really funny. Like about 70 hours in, that's where it starts getting funny. And then like 120 hours in, it gets like horrifying. And then like 144 hours in,
We don't know.
it's like this triumph of mankind.
It'll be amazing.
Are you actually not sleeping for that long?
Well, it wouldn't be a marathon stream if I fell asleep.
I guess not. That's wow.
Neil previously did, what was the longest you did?
120.
96? Oh, 120.
Yeah, I did 5 days straight. Now we're doing 6 days. Maybe one day we'll do a full week, but bit by bit we're increasing it.
Did you do a hard cutoff at the end of the 5? Like, okay, now I'm done, or?
Well, because at that point, like you're so tired, you don't want to stay awake anymore, but you're forcing yourself to stay awake just to make it to the end. And so once you hit, then you're like, oh my god, I've completed my task. In theory, I could have probably kept going, but you're so exhausted. You're like, I want to stop. I want to stop.
The end last time I was watching, and he was just kind of like, like full on wavering, like eyes kind of like unfocused.
Seems like a Herculean task.
He would lean back in his chair and then like kind of fall asleep with his eyes open, and then like wake up.
Those are during the hard moments, you kind of drift in and out. Not quite asleep, but almost asleep.
And now you don't even live here, so we can't come over to your house and try to keep you awake.
Well, we have folks here that will be doing that. Lauren's English teacher friends are going to come over. We're going to bring a couch into the room. We're going to paint the wall behind me. My friends are going to paint the wall while they're hanging out. And we'll do some other stuff. Yeah.
Fun.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, that's it for me.
Nothing much to declare for me. I'm glad that this show is on the road. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I love the concept. I love the island. I'm excited. Can't wait to have a ship.
Yep.
And I like the Merman Alliance. I think that's pretty cool. Future Alliance.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It happened. We got mermaids.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
got
sick
mermaids.
introduction.
Yeah. Anyway, and yeah, if you want to follow my stuff, follow me at LivinPinkSC2. And if you want to follow my game, follow at Rainbow Six Game. And that's it.
All right, Trump.
Cool. Shout out to Anna for being excellent at oiling herself.
Thanks. And Jess.
So thank you guys all for watching. As always, if you want to follow the other stuff that I do, I stream mostly Dota at twitch.tv/Jess. Lately, I have been streaming Fallout 4 since it was released today, obviously, and I'm very, very excited. So that's what I'm mostly going to be streaming this week. And you can follow me on Twitter at JessBrohard.
And you can find everything about me at www.annaprosser.com. The best place is usually find me at AnnaProsser on Twitter. And I am also streaming Legacy of the Void directly following this as soon as we go live or down, unlive, that thing. But as you can tell, I'm completely exhausted from BlizzCon. Probably what will happen is I'll play for a little while and then host Neil, and you can watch some more Legacy of the Void with him. So hope you'll join me. And we will see you again next week at the same time. Also, don't forget to follow Misscliks on Twitter to find out when this show goes live, as well as all of our other shows that we have during the week, like this one, Eye on the Storm. That is a hero show that's on Thursday. So we will see you again very soon. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.